Are you a beautiful, intelligent, creative millennial who often gets asked, why you're still single? Maybe it's just that you're not sure if you're actually ready to love. Welcome to the 5 Years to 40 podcast. My name is Anisha. This channel is dedicated to helping millennials overcome the overwhelm of getting older. We like to keep our conversations around 4 pillar topics. We talk about health, relationships, finances, and we talk about careers. Today we're going heavy on our relationships because we're going to be talking about the 3 ways you know when you are ready to love. Now, I recently completed a review of the Ready to Love series on OWN. If you're a follower, Ready to Love was really good this season. The 4th season was my first time doing a review. And from that experience, I realized there was some connected that all the couples experienced. And I thought, there may be an actual strategy or some key tips that we can all pay attention to know that we're actually ready to love, because sometimes we're just not sure, right? So I'm going to be sharing 3 things I found that was 3 commonalities in all the relationships that I observed on the Ready to Love show, and also from my own experience and looking at experiences of the people around me. The first thing I would think that everybody needs to do when they're ready to love is learning to love yourself. It starts with you. The love you want from the world, you need to have it from inside of you. You know, the greatest love of all, Whitney sang about, the greatest love of all. It starts in you. And when you have that, when you have love and gratitude and appreciation for yourself, when you have a self-awareness that comes from self-love, you're aware of the things that you do good, you're aware of the things that you need to work on, and you accept yourself for all of it. Sometimes you get cranky with people, and sometimes you talk a lot, and sometimes you clam up when it comes to things that are personal, deeply personal, but you're willing to work on those things. It helps you to know that it helps you to feel a sense of enoughness, and we all need that sense of enoughness when we go into relationships with other people. It keeps us away from narcissists when we know that we love ourselves and we feel good and justified and validated in ourselves. Those narcissists, they're out there, and we're trying to be away from them. We're far too grown to be getting into that narcissistic thing. Self-love is also a way of honoring the people who choose to love you. Think about it. They chose to love you. So imagine somebody deciding to pick out a dress for you and say, oh, this person she will look so good in this dress. It will match her complexion. It will make her look beautiful. And then the person shows up with this gift, expecting you to be excited and exuberant about it, to wear it all the time, to run around and feel good. And you're like, oh no, I don't like it. And just kind of put it on, sort of, and keep it hidden. It's the same way when somebody chooses to love you and you show up and love yourself. It validates the person, it honors the person's sense of choice, because you're right to love me. I love me too. And that's why it's so important to have a sense of self-love. Can't understate that. The second way you know that you're ready to love is when you have made forgiveness a part of your routine. So forgiveness, I say, is fast freedom. I like to call it fast freedom because I understand the power that comes with it. It's a really potent way of living your life and having relationships with other people. Because people will do things to you to upset you. You will do things to upset yourself. And if you stay in the cycle of just repeating, bringing up the same thing over and over again and not releasing yourself or forgiving yourself or forgiving others, it's really hard for you to move into a state of love, deep, true love with someone when you're not able to forgive them. So before you even get into relationships, I think generally it's a good rule for emotional hygiene to just kind of forgive everybody, especially past lovers and people who you may have shared your personal space with. Just forgive them. Whatever reason they had, whether they were wrong, you were wrong, whatever the situation was, just forgive them and set them free. And you could do this by journaling about it. Write them a letter in your journal. Tell them all the things they did to hurt you. Tell them all the things they did that was violating. Tell them all the things they did that was validating. You know, sometimes we share space with people and we don't tell them the good things that they did for us. And that makes space for you to have a more meaningful relationship with whoever gets into your life going forward, because you're not toting feelings or bringing baggage from past relationships. You have enough space to enjoy the relationships that you're in. You know, we're not at the age where it's heartbeats and butterflies and all that stuff forever. I mean, we are meeting people who are coming from divorce relationships and like long 12-year, 15-year relationships, and people who have experienced all different things in their life. And so instead of heart beating beating fast and all that, we're talking about baggage, sis. Okay, we're TSA over here. We have to go in and sometimes have the patience and tolerance to help people through stuff. I'm not saying to take on other people thing wholly and solely and become codependent, and I'm not advocating for that at all, because we all have to do our work to heal before we go into the other relationship. But I'm saying it helps to know when you forgive other people and you forgive yourself, you're a little more aware of, okay, well, you know, I remember going through this and this is how I overcame it. And so you're able to show up for people a little bit more. And no longer forgiveness, but forgiveness is really super important when you are ready to love. Okay. And the third way you can make sure that you're ready to love is to be prepared for people to be attracted to you. This might sound like obvious, but listen, after you've done the work and you've healed and you've journaled and you've forgiven people and you have loved you love yourself to the top, you're able to go on dates for yourself, you know, you've done the work, you're out here, people might be attracted to you. But how are you willing to deal with that? Like, are you willing to go out? Are you willing to date? Are you willing to make time in your schedule to see people and to talk to people? Are you willing to hear people out? Because the end game, if you so desire, you're looking at this, so you so desire to have this relationship, you're gonna have to make space for it. Like, you might be an accomplished person, you might be a person who loves the way your life flows. You take care of yourself, you take care of your parents, you take care of your family, you take care of your friends, you know, you have a good life, you're in a book club, whatever. You have things that fill up your space and fill up your time. But when you're in a relationship, you have to make time for the person too. Time is really important. And so as you become ready to love and you do this work, remember, you basically vibrate at a different level, and people will see that, be attracted to that, and of course people will be attracted to you. So make sure that you are ready to love when you are ready to love. Be prepared for people to be attracted to you, and that you will have the time and the space and the heart space to accommodate them, because it's gonna happen. Okay, and I'm so excited for you. So those are the 3 things that I found were really useful. Like the couples who did find love, like the Liz and the Jason, you found that they were able to forgive past mistakes. Even the other people that were dating on the show, they forgave, they released, they let them go. They were deeply in love with each other in the end, but they also had a sense of love for themselves. Like, if you look at the comments I made on Liz, for sure, Liz was always just this very self-assured woman. She took up space when she walked into the room. She did the things that she liked doing. Like, they were out on the couple's date and everybody had on bathing suits that were so, you know, revealing and whatnot. And she came out in a simple bathing suit because that's how she felt comfortable. She loved herself enough, and she still got the guy at the end. So I think, like, self-love and self-appreciation, that goes hand in hand. So you absolutely want to do that as you prepare for your ready to love journey. You also want to make sure that you understand the importance of forgiveness. Like I always say, forgiveness is fast freedom. If you want to be free and be willing and have space to welcome new and beautiful, exciting experiences in your life, forgive people, forgive yourself, release all the stuff, all the baggage. I know we have baggage at this age. It's inevitable, but as far as possible, release it and learn to embrace and enjoy the position that you're in right now, with the people that you're in right now. And also, the final thing is to make sure you make time and space. Be prepared for all this love that be coming your way, all this love and love that be coming your way. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments. What are the ways that you, if you're like in a happy relationship right now, let me know when did you know that you were ready to love? Like, what happened? What experience you experienced that made you think, I am ready for love? What did you do? Share with the rest of us who are out here still looking to be loved and looking for love. I love you guys for looking at this channel. I thank you for following me on the journey. Please be sure to share it out to your friends, all your other millennial friends. Remember to subscribe to the podcast and take care of yourselves. Keep doing the most, guys. Bye.